Hello and welcome to CedarSpringsTV. Today we'll be discussing sports and how cross country is one of the most underrated sports Cedar Springs has to offer, as well as the scores from the previous games. We will also be taking a look at homecoming and how underclassmen will handle going to their first dance, and also look at the preparation of the event.
We will also be talking about the new staff members of Cedar Springs High School and get to know them a little better, and how they feel about the change of scenery and the new changes starting this year, like the high school's new schedule. We'll also be talking about how students feel about this.
All that and more on this edition of CedarSpringsTV Live. Hello, I'm Chase Hall along with
Haley Berger.
And Haley. Since we're both seniors this year, what are you most looking forward to this year?
I'm most looking forward to my senior dance and experience it for one last time. Also, going to all the football games. Chase, what are your favorite extracurricular activities?
Man, my favorite extracurricular activities would have to be watching the football games because the atmosphere is so great and being there is just really fun.
Speaking of sports, they're a big part of Cedar Springs High School, so we'll send it off to our colleague Hayden Morris to get more information about sports.
Hi, I'm Hayden Morris from CSTV, and today we'll be covering scores from other sports and our main topic, cross country. Last Tuesday, boys soccer defeated Kennewa Hills 2-1, and Thursday they tied Forest Hills Eastern 0-0. Last Thursday, girls volleyball beat Ottawa Hills 3-0, and football beat Ottawa Hills 70-35 last Friday. Sending it off to Eli, who's focusing on cross country.
Thank you, Hayden. And today I'm going to be focusing on cross country and the people who make the program as great as it is. First, I interviewed some of the runners who have built this program from the ground up and asked them about their goals and some of their favorite memories from cross country.
A couple of my personal goals are to break my PR. I'm not very satisfied with what it's at right now. And then another one would be to win the conference championship with my team. I know it's not as much of an individual one, but I think that every individual on the varsity team needs to come together to make that happen.
Some of the personal goals I have for this season is to just run the best I can, and I'd like to be conference champions as a team.
I think the best aspect of cross country for me is the people. I love pretty much everyone on the team. We made a lot of memories, a lot of laughs. It's just a great time. I enjoy running, but the sport would definitely not be the same without the people on this team.
I think the best aspect is the team. The team's very close-knitted, and that helps build a lot of strong relationships that will last for all of high school and hopefully longer.
After interviewing some of the runners, I decided to interview the coaches who make the program as great as it is with their coaching tactics, and I also asked them what legacy they want to leave behind at Cedar Springs when they're done coaching.
We're really going to have to emphasize team racing, and obviously I'd like to come out by the end of the season with a conference title for the Hawks, so that'd be really cool. From there, we'll get to regionals. It's another year in Division I, so it doesn't get any easier, but guys are putting in a lot of training, and hopefully we can see a couple of guys go to the state meet at MIS. Legacy I'd like to leave, the legacy that running is a sport that you learn a lot from for the rest of your life. Every sport's unique, but there's nothing quite like running, and you can do it forever, but you can also learn a lot of the lessons of hard work and perseverance, and carries on to whatever you do after high school, whether it's a job, whether it's college, you carry on those lessons for a long time. I think just create a positive environment, create a practice environment where the guys are excited to get to practice every day and run, and you can only be good at it if you're having fun with it.
Overall, it was cool to see what motivation the runners and coaches have to make this program better and better each and every day. We wish the Red Hawks the best of luck on obtaining another conference championship as they continue their season in their quest to win another one. Back to you, Hayden.
Thanks, Eli. That's all we have for sports today. See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Wow, the cross-country team looks phenomenal this year. Good luck to all the runners, and I hope they don't get off to a tough start.
Well, Haley, it's always tough getting started, but Aubrey French sat down with a few of the new staff members here to get a thought.
This year at Cedar Springs High School, we have had the opportunity to welcome 14 new staff members to the school. We decided to ask a few of them some questions about themselves to get to know them better.
Hello, my name is Mr. Glover, and I am the newest world history teacher at the high school, and I also teach modern business at the middle school.
My name is Mrs. Muchinski, and I teach English 12.
Hey everybody, Mr. Sturgeon here. I am a brand new teacher at Cedar Springs. I teach English 10 and psychology and also AP Psych.
One fun fact about me that people might not know, especially given my current physique, is that I've actually completed a half Ironman. Did that a couple of summers ago.
Something you might not know about me is that I actually started working at the high school a few years ago as a substitute teacher. First for Ms. Kim and then as the building substitute. And after that, I got hired at the middle school and taught 7th and 8th grade language arts and then creative writing for the last 2 years.
One fun fact about myself is that I do have 4 brothers. My youngest brother, my family adopted from Albania when I was just 6 years old and he was 3 years old.
After hearing about their fun facts, they told us about their teaching experiences so far and what they're looking forward to in the school year.
My first couple of weeks at the school have been awesome. It's been great to meet new students and to have my own classroom where I'm teaching material that I love to a bunch of students who have been really receptive to that teaching. So it's been a ton of fun doing that for these first couple of weeks.
So far so good. I'm really enjoying it. The school year is going great so far. I love teaching seniors. It's going so well. I'm having such a blast.
Yeah, these first 2 weeks of teaching have been wonderful. I've been really excited to get to know all my students and see how people get along and then just see how the dynamics work here at Cedar Springs.
And the thing I'm most excited about for this school year is just the opportunity to inspire students to learn new things and to try new things and to understand our world a little bit better.
This year I'd say that I am most looking forward to being the senior class advisor and getting to help plan homecoming and graduation and just be really involved with the events that happen at the high school. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you guys and seeing you around the building.
Thank you to the new Cedar Springs staff members for letting us get to know them better. Now, back to Haley for more information to come.
Thanks, Aubrey. I always wondered what it would be like to be a new employee at this place, or a new person anywhere in general.
Well, the new people of the school have their first homecoming soon. Homecoming is a major part of Cedar Springs High School, so we'll send it off to Cole Detloff to get a further look into that.
With school restrictions of COVID slowly dispersing, freshmen and sophomores will hopefully be able to experience a first high school homecoming. School dances are always something special and an event to look forward to. We asked some grades their thoughts on homecoming and their expectations for the dance.
My thing I'm looking forward to is going to be the football game because that's pretty big. And then directly after go to the dance and yeah, it's pretty exciting and everything.
I'm most excited for just hanging out with my friends, having a fun time.
Well, even last year, not just homecoming we missed, but I missed all the dances because they never did them. So I don't really know what to expect. I'm hoping it's what everyone else is saying it is and it's really fun and entertaining, but yeah, I have no clue what to expect. This year, so far I'm planning on going with just my friends. We're just going to go have a fun time and just see what's out there.
I'm looking forward to just doing fun things outside of school with all the same people here.
This year they're probably putting in a lot of work because they have to make up for all the last year with them having hardly any dances besides prom. So I'm expecting it to be really big and the work put in is just probably unfathomable.
I think it probably takes a lot of time and hard work for a lot of people to make a good time for everyone.
Since I'm part of senior class student council, we have the responsibility of planning a lot of it. So we plan the theme, and then we book all of the facilities to come and the food and the decorations. We order all of that stuff, and we have a certain budget, so we're pretty responsible for planning most of it.
Basically, the student council decides everything about homecoming. The only thing that we're restricted on is the budget, and of course, things that would be out of hand, I guess.
It's pretty similar, except now that we see more people getting sick, we're trying to come up with backup plans just in case. But we're still planning everything normal for now, and then making sure that we have something just in case we have to.
We do have to plan in case we get shut down again. And this year, the student council is all new because we didn't have one last year, or they didn't do much last year. So this year we have to figure out the budget and tickets and all of that again.
Homecoming is a special event that students in the community put together, and is always cool to see what it takes to plan it out. This was Cole Detloff from CSTV, signing.
That will be a big change for the underclassmen, and if you haven't known, there's been and will be more changes coming this year, and Kyle Patterson has more on those stories.
Cedar Springs High School has had a very different look since last year. Our contract ended, so there was some major changes to our schedule. We sat down with some Cedar Springs students to get their opinion on the new schedule.
The later start time has changed my morning routine because I leave my house later because I live close to the school. So I leave at 7:25 instead of 7:15.
Okay, the later start of the school day has not really changed my routine because it's not really that big of a difference. And but it is nice to not have to rush as much in the morning.
The later start to the school day changed my morning routines because I could get some breakfast in the morning finally, and put some water and some snacks in my bag for the day.
Well, for me, it didn't really change much because I am enrolled in KCTC, so I have to get up earlier anyways.
I feel bad about not having early release Fridays and having a half day instead, because I always work on Fridays, and I liked when we got out at 12 on Fridays because then I had a time to take a nap before.
Wait, we don't have early release Fridays anymore? And we got half days on Wednesdays, once a month.
Yeah.
I honestly disagree with that. And
yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't like it.
I'm not necessarily a big fan of it because I'm in ALC. So usually on early release Fridays is when we have our meetings. And without early release Fridays, I just don't understand when we're gonna have our meetings.
I'd rather have 2 lunches because the 3 lunches having it, I have B lunch, so it's split, and it sucks having to go back to class and restart everything basically. And I know that the teachers don't like having a split lunch either.
I would rather have 2 lunches if our cafeteria was bigger. I feel like it's very small if you try to have 2 lunches, so I understand why they have 3 lunches.
I wish we didn't start school in August because I'm a senior, so we get out earlier anyways, so if we had a later start time, it'd be less time in school.
It didn't really change anything. Our first 2 games of football are in school now, so I guess that's pretty cool.
Starting school in August was different, but I wouldn't say it was any harder to adjust to it. Out of all those changes, I think I like the small breaks that are throughout the semester, 4-day weekends or stuff.
The change I like the most is the later start time.
I like the later school starting, of course.
Probably the later start to school day.
In conclusion, students have a very mixed opinion on the new schedule, but we will always strive to make it a great year. And remember, it's always a great day to be a Red Hawk.
Thanks, Kyle. The schedule change is something else, and it's getting mixed opinions.
That'll do it for this episode of Cedar Springs TV. Thanks for covering sports, homecoming, new staff, and changes coming to the school.
It's a shame, though. It's our last year here to experience all these things.
Yeah, that is true, but there is one thing to say.
It's a great day to be a Red Hawk. Thanks for watching.
And have a great day.